Hey, watch fans, Brad with Brent Miller, and I'm excited today because it's not very often that I get to compare two similar models, yet two very different models. On my left, I have the Rolex GMT-Master 2 Pepsi on the fantastic Jubilee bracelet, and I have the Tudor Black Bay GMT. And so my sole purpose here is just to kind of go over some differences and let you guys take a look at both of these side by side. The Rolex here on my left is the 126710 model. And so let's just go over the specs of it, get those out of the way. So the case measured 40.2 directly across the bezel and 40.6 when I did the case. So, right around 40 millimeters, which I believe is what this watch is listed at. Compared to the Tudor, which across the bezel was 41.4. And then 40.8 on the case. So a little bit larger case. We're talking, a millimeter here, so not drastically different. Where you start to notice some of the differences is the case thickness. So the Tudor is a 14.5 millimeter case and a 50.1 lug tip to lug tip, compared to the Rolex at 12.1 thick. Excuse me, 12.1 thick and 13.4 if you include the cyclops. 47.8 lug tip to lug tip. So a little thinner, a little shorter lug to lug. The Rolex has a 20 millimeter lug width that tapers to a 15.5 millimeter right before the buckle, compared to the Tudor, which is a 22 and tapers to 18. So you're definitely getting a little bit thicker of a bracelet, and it does not taper nearly as dramatically as the Rolex. Tudor is using the MT5652 in-house GMT movement with a 70-hour power reserve and is 200 meters water resistant with a signed rose Tudor crown. The Rolex is using the 3285 with a 70-hour power reserve and again a signed screw-down crown. Rated to 100 meters water resistant on the Rolex, so a little less water resistant. Overall in hand, the Tudor definitely feels a little bit heavier, which you would expect from a little bit thicker bracelet, a little bit larger case. But overall, both obviously stainless steel models. We do have a aluminum style bezel here on the Tudor compared to the Rolex, the Cerachrome, I guess. So you have the ceramic bezel insert, and overall, you have kind of an ink, I'll call it an inky black dial on the Rolex, compared to a flat matte black on your Tudor. Obviously no cyclops on your Tudor. Both solid stainless steel case backs. Single fold over with a flip lock clasp. Solid stainless steel and single fold over. So I got some tape on here. It looks so there you have it. Again, both fantastic watches. I had both of them today and wanted to share them side by side. I know there's a lot of info out there. Let me go over the bezel action real quick, and then do some quick wrist shots, and we'll get this wrapped up. Bidirectional, meaning you can rotate either way. Very quiet compared to your dive style bezels. The Tudor, same thing, bidirectional. Feels a little bit more like you would expect out of a diving bezel. And I will throw these guys on real quick so you can see how they wear on my wrist. Again, 6 3/4 inch wrist. And we'll get the Rolex on quick. Gloves are not helpful. As always, I appreciate you guys watching. If there's anything I can do for you, shoot me an email, brad@brentlmiller.com. I will catch you in the next video.